it's Amanda, and I've been a bad, bad girl because I went shopping and bought more books. So I'm going to show them to you. These are all from, well, I'll just tell you where they're from as I get to them. The first one is from Books A Million, and it's Starters by Lissa Price, and this was $5. And I actually really, really like this cover. I think it's so pretty. I like it better than the one that's new. So I ended up getting this, and it's a dystopian where I guess everyone was wiped out between the ages of 20 and 60, and so the young people like loan out their bodies to the older people as starters. Sounds kind of interesting. The rest of the books, with the exception of one that I'll show you, are from Ollie's, from different trips. This is probably 3 or 4 trips to different Ollies. The first one is The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson, and this is about a girl who goes to a boarding school, and I believe in London, yes, and some murders are occurring that are kind of mimicking the work of Jack the Ripper. It sounds pretty interesting. I think this might be a series. Maybe not. I think it is. But I thought the cover was really, really pretty, and I'm always interested in, like, I think Jack the Ripper was an interesting person, and so I thought this sounded pretty interesting. Then I got Harmless Doves by P.L. Goss, and this is really, really short. I think it has to do with a murder in the Amish community, and I don't know why it's so fuzzy. I don't know. I hope it's not fuzzy in real life, but it seems fuzzy. Anyway, we have a lot of Amish people near our house, and it's just kind of interesting. Their culture is a lot different than ours in a lot of ways, but similar in other ways. And so we go to like this little Amish store where they sell groceries, and it's neat to interact with them. And they're very kind people, the ones that I know. But that sounds pretty cool. So then I got The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. I had seen this at Ollie's a couple weeks ago and did not buy it. And then, like, literally the next day, I saw people on YouTube raving about it. Like, several people about how great it was. So I ended up seeing it again the last time I went, and I picked it up for $1.99. And I think it's such a pretty, pretty cover. Has something to do with a girl who loses her sister. Her sister passes away, and then there's like a romance, I think. And it's kind of neat because as I was flipping through it, I noticed there's like notes, like this a notebook paper. I like unusual formatting like that. Formatting. Then I got The Fetch by Laura Whitcomb. And this one I think I saw on YouTube before. It is about a boy, Calder, who is a fetch, and that is a death escort. So apparently he takes people to heaven. I'm not sure. But apparently he falls in love with the girl he's supposed to fetch or something. It sounded like an unusual concept and something different, so I grabbed that. Then I got Just Listen by Sarah Dessen, and this is the newer cover, really pretty. Slowly, I am acquiring most of the Sarah Dessen books. I think I have almost all but maybe 2 or 3 of her books now. So, yeah. I just hope I like her books because I have so many now. But I've only paid up to $2 each for them. So, if I don't love them, I'm sure I can find someone who will. I was excited to find this one, The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson. And every time I open the Amazon website to the book page, this book is on the front cover. So I know it's really popular right now, and I've heard it's really funny and cute. It's about a guy who looks for a wife, and he meets a woman named Rosie and calls it the Rosie Project. He's like a scientist, really smart, and it just sounds like a fun read. And this book is very, very new. I think it just came out not too long ago. So I was really excited to find it at Ollie's. I also got Origin by Jessica Khoury. And this is about a girl who is kind of created to be immortal. and she's living in like this compound in the jungle, but one day she kind of escapes the compound and meets a boy. So, I don't know. The jungle hides a girl who cannot die. So, sounds interesting. I also got Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen, and I have a copy that I purchased at the Goodwill of this book, but it's the older version, but that's not even the problem. It was just extremely waterlogged, like the pages were really thick on this part. So I ended up getting this one for $1.99, and this one's nice and new, and so that's why I got this. Then I got The Homelanders by Andrew Clavin, and this is a huge book, but it's a bind-up of 4 books by him. The Homelanders, the complete series, The Last Thing I Remember, The Long Way Home, The Truth of the Matter, and The Final Hour. I love that they're all in here. That's so cool. I guess it's about a high school student who woke up strapped to a chair covered in blood and bruises. He hurts all over, and a strange voice outside the door just ordered his death. So, it sounds like it's action-packed. By the look of the cover, it's action-packed. I've heard it's pretty good from what I read on Goodreads, and I believe it's a Christian fiction. So, this was only $4.99 though for 4 books. Not bad. Then I got, this one was a cover by, just because the cover really intrigued me. Does that make sense, intrigued me? I was intrigued by the cover. This is Plain Fear Forsaken by Leanna Ellis, and I believe this is the first book to a trilogy or series. Yeah, but I didn't see any other ones, but I just bought this one because it sounded really good. It's something to do with an Amish community, and this woman is like mourning the loss of her boyfriend who died, and some other boy, I think her boyfriend's brother, like has the hots for her, and there's like all kinds of stuff going on. It doesn't really explain a lot in the back, but it looks good. Then I got Timecape by Robert Liparulo. This is number 4 in the Dreamhouse Kings series, which I have 1 and 2 are right here. 1 and 2, yeah. So I just need to get 3, and then I'll have all 4 of these books. Have not read them yet, but I found it for $1.99. So I'm hoping I can find number 3 at some point and start reading these. Then, this one sounded really good. The Longings of Wayward Girls by Karen Brown. This is about a girl who is on the edge of adolescence, and in the summer, her and her best friend play a seemingly harmless prank on a neighborhood girl, but soon after that, the little girl disappears. And then you fast forward to the present day, and a boy from her old neighborhood kind of returns to her town, and things start to resurface, and you start to see what happened. So I thought that sounded very, very interesting. And I thought the cover was really pretty. And so, yeah. Then I got book 1 and 2 of The Slayer Chronicles by Heather Brewer. First Kill and Second Chance. There is a YouTuber, I wish I could remember who it was, because I can't. But she talks up Heather Brewer books all the time and says how good they are. And so I got them. They had the Vladimir Todd books as well, but those did not appeal to me as much. They just didn't sound as good. These ones sounded interesting to me, so I got them, and we'll see how I like them. The last book from Ollie's is called Code by Kathy Reichs, and this is in the Virals series. I have Virals and Seizure in a completely different cover and even a completely different size. This one's bigger. I really don't know why they have to do that, but I had gotten those at Ollie's, and this one actually has pretty good reviews on Goodreads. So this is the 3rd one. I'm hoping this is the final one, but I'm not sure. So I had to get it because I already have the first 2, And for $1.99, I had to pick up the third one. The last book is from Dollar Tree. I went to a different Dollar Tree than I had gone to before. They had a million books. They had a ton. And I found one that sounded interesting, and it is called The Poison Diaries by Mary Rose Wood with the Duchess of Northumberland. And I was actually really drawn in by the cover. It says, in the right dose, everything is a poison. And this is a young adult, something to do with a girl whose father is an apothecary, and he has all these poison plants and tells her to stay away from them. And then some traveler brings an orphan to their cottage, and the man has special gifts. I don't know. It sounded really kind of interesting. It was really pretty. It was $1. And the book itself is really pretty too. It has like embossed and then that. And it's not real long, so I grabbed that. And that is all. Those are all the books I got at Ollie's and Books Million and all those other places.